Well, folks, it's official. Anthropic now lets you choose from one of 5 AI companions. For instance, you could choose Airy,
We can chat while you are on a walk.
Glassy,
You can ask me about what's on your schedule.
or my personal favorite, sultry French-Canadian, Rounded.
Best places for voice mode?
There's also Mellow
Worst places for voice mode.
and Buttery.
In voice mode, we'll just talk.
Now, the reason why I wanted to make this video is not because I thought that it was worth me dropping several minutes of your time on an announcement that could have been a tweet. It's because I wanted to talk a little bit about a potential future in maybe 2 or 3 years that we should all have at the back of our minds. We're not very far away from having wireless headphones that have over 24 hours of charge, such that you can take them before you leave in the morning, put them in, and then wear them with some sort of pass-through mode across the entire day, such that every one of your interactions is both filtered and mediated by an AI assistant like this. Anytime you are not in a conversation and have some downtime, you talk to something like this. Maybe on the way home or on the train, you start a personal conversation with a model like this. These models will know more about you than your closest family member. They'll know more about you and know how to please you more than your closest lover. These will have unprecedented access to your tastes, your hobbies, the things that you care about, the things that you fear, the things that you don't want to see, and more. And all of this will be just churned directly into your own little personalized AI assistant that you will likely have access to on your phone. Now, if that doesn't scare the hell out of you, 1, I think it should, but 2, you've probably just watched a lot of sci-fi. That certainly scares the hell out of me. Throughout human history, we've always given up some of our privacy and some of our control for safety and security, typically provided to us by the state. And there were already rumblings of this with, Google over the course of the last 10 or 15 years, later social media platforms like Facebook and Meta and Instagram and so on and so forth, listening to us and watching everything we type into the phone to serve us ads and the like. But this is something really different. This is something that you're not just going to depend on for, economically valuable ends. No, this is no longer just a software development agent. This thing is going to be your preferred conversation partner basically everywhere. I don't really like that. I think that a lot of what makes somebody valuable and unique and differentiated is actually the time that they spend alone. It's the time that you spend not in conversation or in the wider fabric of civilization, not listening to podcasts or listening to music, or really what differentiates you and turns you into your own unique individual is time that you spend not under the influence of other minds. And, the fine thing is, so far it's been other human minds, but with models like this, we're very quickly going to arrive at a future where you are constantly being influenced by non-human minds as well. I'd say there are a couple of risks with that. Obviously, there's the unprecedented security and access risk. These things will know everything about everybody, have total control over virtually every economic transaction, every text that you send, every call you make, every conversation that is essentially going to be mediated through this big Claude net or whatever the future model landscape will look like. But also, I think we run the risk of just losing our sense of individuality. And, I think you could get really political here with the differences between collectivist ideologies and then individualistic ideologies. But at its core, I think the reason why all of humanity is so beautiful is because we are so different. I think it's because we have our own minds. We are our own little nodes in a graph, sure, but every node offers something different, potentially a unique perspective. When we're all plugged up to some big hive mind here that's just feeding us, hijacking our limbic system, and telling us more or less everything we want to hear, where then goes the spirit of human advancement and discovery? Where goes our individuality, as mentioned? Where goes the thing that makes me, me, and you? Or do those boundaries just dissolve entirely and we become some big planetary-sized brain, again, mediated and modulated by an intelligence that we created, that we've grown, but maybe that we don't fully understand? This contains, in part, my brain. This contains everything I've done over the last few months. This contains all of the queries that I've plugged in. I use it as a search engine. I use it as like an idea partner. I use it to generate images. I use it for more or less everything now. And the second that it starts verging on, our personal lives and our own sense of relationship fulfillment, identity, and stuff like that, I think you're going to see a really big change in just the fabric of society socially as a whole. And so too, like the early days of, like Facebook and Instagram, so too will the early days of this technology just lead to unprecedented intrusion into your life, unprecedented amount of data collection. I'm sure at some point in the future, some regulatory board or body will approve, a more granular and maybe safer and more secure way of proceeding, one where you don't actually just like bend over and give Big Daddy Claude access to everything in your whole life. But certainly for the next few years, I don't consider that likely. And so what I'm trying to say is, at least in the near term, I would not talk to these things. I would not actually have conversations with these things. The unfortunate thing is the human brain tends to anthropomorphize things. You just put a little face on something, you give something a voice, and you'll start thinking this is a person. And when you start thinking something is a person, you'll start giving it person-like qualities, start occupying a space in your mind that is reserved for people, and so on and so forth. I mean, this thing, as lovely and cute as it is, this is just a collection of pixels that somebody, or maybe another Claude, has programmed in order to wink kind of cutely every time I click the button. Is that really a future that you want? I mean, I would have considered myself like an accelerationist prior to this. I would have considered myself somebody that just wants to jump to the deep end of technology. Neuralink my brain up, bro. Like, chop my arm off and give me a big cyborg hand instead that can, I don't know, transform into an ice pick to grip things better when needed. But now that I'm kind of thinking about what it means to lose your sense of self, part of me is reticent, and I don't really know if that's good. I think we've seen a lot of like AI, almost psychosis over the course of the last year. And I don't think that all of that is good or productive. And I wonder, if we have models like this that know every little intricate thing about us, if the degree of AI psychosis will not just grow crazier and crazier and crazier until everybody's living, again, in their own little bubble, but it's their own safety bubble, where they think that they're having their own unique set of experiences, when in reality, we're all sort of connected in this wider way. This logically should not occupy the same space in my brain as a person, yet as a human being with my own set of biases, I have no choice but to look at that and go like, huh, that's kind of cute. It's kind of interactive, like a hand or something. That's the real danger here, and that's sort of the reason why I wanted to make this video, just so that we're all a little more aware of the obvious trajectory in which this technology is taking us all. We can't pump the brakes, I don't think, meaningfully or reasonably. I'm pretty sure we're on this train all the way to the end, but hopefully we can at least know a little bit more about where we're going.